Alright, so I have this buggered up old lock I'm just going to saw in half. Because I've never sawed a lock up and I want to see what's inside of it. And I need a piece of brass for a project and I want to see how thick this material is. So I'm going to cut down here in line with this metal pin here. See what's inside. See how thick the brass is. See, I've still got the key, but it's completely jammed. And it has this big spot of rust here in this drain hole. So right, so I've got all the bits here and some of the bits in my tee. I've got both the pins here. This is a retained pin and doesn't leave, so if you know padlocks, one will stay in and turn. That's this part. And it had a little piece of metal that went across here and it fit into this milled out slot that would stop it from going any further than it had to. This is upside down. Yeah, that's the way. So it would go that far out, or, well, that far in, but it won't go any further. And over here, got the end of the pin that comes out, and it sits in here, like so. The little tooth facing inwards. And when you want to open it, you stick in the key. And springs, these little springs, push down these pins onto the key in such a way that it actually opens, but it doesn't. And then this part sitting on top of the key there would turn these parts. It has a little sliding thing and a spring that attached to a now missing part. Right, so your key turns, this piece will either move in or out, and this tooth here will fit into that way up, into there, holding the whole thing in place. And about here. And those two bits slide along here. In there. This piece would be here. So it would end up looking a bit like this. As well, you know, we've milled out a section here about 1.5 millimeters thick and then drilled holes across to fit in these springs and pins to meet this hole where they've put the barrel in, and another hole drilled through there all the way across to here. And we've got another hole drilled through there, little drain on the bottom to let any water that gets in here come out, otherwise it'd rust the spring. Pretty neat.